All right. Hi, everybody. How's it going? So I am Dr. Joseph DuChene. Like promised at 7 o'clock, we have an interview with Mr. Tim Wallace. So, Tim, say hi real quick so you can see.
Hello, real quick.
There you go. So we've been doing these, starting these interviews with people that we network with and people that we trust within, our referral base and those we do business with. And so Tim is going to join us. I'm saying that. So Tim is a massage therapist, massage therapy instructor. And I've known Tim for, 9 years now, is it? Something like that?
Yeah, it's been at least that long.
10 years?
At least 9 or 10.
I know. And it's been a long time. And so Tim is going to be with us talking about Shaklee, his experiences with Shaklee, his experience as a nutritionist, and some of the programs that they got going on right now for those who have some looking for some extra money of some sort. And then maybe we'll throw in a little bit of information about how to network with us if you want to kind of get within our referral network. So Tim, why don't you take a couple minutes and tell us, a little bit about yourself, your journey through, both massage as well as how you kind of got into Shaklee.
Okay. I was working for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation years ago. I had lived in Dallas, and then I moved away, got a job with the FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and then I moved back to Dallas. I connected with a lady that I had worked with before, and she was having a workshop at her house. So I thought, okay, I'll go and see what this is all about. She had a massage therapist there who was showing us different techniques that you could do with massage, and that was really about it. But when I left, my friend said, oh, Tim, I sell these vitamins. You should try these vitamins. And I thought, okay, here's the catch. Here's the sales pitch right here. But I thought about it a little bit more. And what actually came into my mind was that, there's a lot of foods that I really don't like to eat and I should be eating, but I don't. And vitamins, mother had given us vitamins off and on growing up, but it wasn't anything consistent there. So I thought, okay, I'm trying to capture this. I'll buy some vitamins and try that. And I did, and went on about my merry business. But I was still working at FDIC, and people were noticing differences in me, and they said, what are you doing? I said, well, just call Jude. She can help you out. And that was happening, and I started getting commission checks in the mail from Jude, and I thought, well, I can do this. So I signed up as a distributor with Shaklee way back in 1983. Yeah, many years ago.
Wow, I know. Yeah, so you're not a spring chicken with this. You've been around.
Yeah, exactly. So I hung out with FDIC until 1995, and they offered a buyout package because I really didn't like what I was doing there. So I took their buyout package. Let me go. Give me the money and I'll go. So I did. I went to school, and let me back.
Okay, so it looks like we're back up live again. Sorry, it looks like our feet collapsed on us. So Tim, continue on. Okay,
so I left FDIC and I went to massage school and got my massage license. That was in 1996. I worked at the Cooper Aerobic Center for about a year. Then I moved down to Baylor. And when I moved to Baylor, I opened my own studio and worked at both of those places. I was there for 11 years. They changed some things around. It didn't work for me, so I left Baylor. And there I am at my studio working for myself. And I'm thinking, if I don't have anyone on this table, I'm not making any money. However, I've got this little Shaklee business I've been doing on the side, and I can promote that. So I really started ramping it up then, and have been doing that ever since.
Excellent.
Still doing massage and doing the Shaklee business. Yeah.
That sounds good. So why, in the scheme of things, I'm saying, why have you been doing Shaklee for so long? I'm saying, like you're saying, there's a lot of vitamins. I'm saying it's like you're saying, you're taking vitamins as a kid. I remember having the Flintstones when I was a kid, but like a lot of people, you never, unless you can figure out how to break into it, which I've tried to a couple times and I couldn't do it. But, consistency is a big issue. And so why have you been with Shaklee for so long?
Well, there are several reasons there. Dr. Joe. One of them is the efficacy of the products themselves. They work. They do what they are purported to do, which means basically people get results from using them. It's not like I can tell you I can cure cancer or rid you of the coronavirus, because I can't do that. But I can tell you that they help the body work better, and people notice differences with that. So the products themselves are what has kept me around for a long time. But there's also the company itself, the integrity of the Shaklee Corporation from way back when I got started, even before I got started, has kept it something that I really appreciate there. We're sustainable in our sourcing of raw materials. We don't go and deforest some area for an ingredient. We make sure that we can sustain the earth while we're doing our raw materials and sourcing those. The other integrity pieces are about research and testing. And testing is really huge, because we want to make sure that what we put out there is good. We start with our raw materials. And Dr. Joe, you've heard organic, and everybody loves organic, but we go beyond organic. And what that means is we actually test the organic products, the raw materials that we get. They have to be organic. But if they don't meet our standards, we don't even accept the crop. We'll take a sampling of the crop and test it for the actual species that we want. We test to see if it has nutrition in it. And we also test it again to see, are there any contaminants in there? Because even though it's labeled organic, that doesn't necessarily mean that it hasn't had something happen to it, like grain water or smoke or any kind of acid rain or something getting on it. So we start with good raw materials there, and then we go into our manufacturing. Now you think, well, it starts out good, it's going to be good when it comes out, but not necessarily so. There was a time when we were using safflower petals, and we were trying to extract those, and the end product was coming out with lead in it. It's like, wait a minute, we tested this beforehand. Why is lead showing up? And we looked at the manufacturing process and found that they were using lead balls to
kind of hit that, because, before we kind of lost bandwidth, one of the big things that you're saying that was been important is so Shaklee found some cross contamination with lead due to the processing of the of the product. And so I heard it, but kind of go through that again so that everybody else can kind of get on there.
Okay, so that story was about using safflower petals to get some nutrients. And of course, we started with the organic, beyond organic raw material, and the finished product was showing up in our testing to have lead in there. Mm-hmm. So we went back and looked at that process, and what was happening was they were using lead balls for the weight to roll over these petals of safflowers. Mm-hmm. And we changed that whole process. We said, no, this isn't going to happen. We can't do this. We can't put this out there. So we went back and changed that whole process, and now they're using ceramic balls or clay balls to roll over there to do that extraction process. So when we get through the manufacturing, we don't just stop there, Dr. Joe. We want to know that what we've put out there is going to be safe, and it's going to be what we promised. So if you look on the back of this box here, which you may or may not be able to see, there are tons and tons of ingredients and labels and percentages there. And we look to make sure, we test the final product to make sure that the percentages are right. So we don't want to give you more than what you really need. It can maybe do some damage. We don't want to give you less than what we've promised. So we make sure it matches on the label. If it doesn't, just like happens with the raw materials, we throw that out. We start the manufacturing process all over. I can tell you there have been several times I have been frustrated, but happily so, because Shaklee doesn't have a product on our shelf on the market because we couldn't manufacture it the way we wanted it to. So that's, and overall, we do over 100,000 tests every year. And that's really huge, because when Roger Barnett bought the company way back in 94, I believe it was, or so, we were publishing that we do 80,000 tests a year, and he thought, I don't believe that. So he had all the attorneys and all the scientists go and count all those tests up, and they came out with over 100,000 tests. every year that Shaklee does. So it's there. And the other piece is the research. We spend over $100 million on research to make sure that we are producing products that are needed and that work and are safe. But we just want to make sure that people are comfortable with us. So we spend a lot of money doing research. That's one of the big things that Shaklee does. And because of all this research that we've done, we have over 100 presented and published papers in peer-reviewed journals and other publications. So we really are big on research with Shaklee. And I guess one of the other reasons, Dr. Joe, that I've stayed with Shaklee is kind of a selfish thing. It's the generous payout that the company makes. As a distributor, you know, we earn, or we get money, commission checks from what we move through the process and the people that we train to do that with. You know that Shaklee is the one company who gives over 51% of their income to distributors like me. So that's quite a big percentage that most companies don't. They keep it for themselves or they do other things with it. But besides research, spending money on research and development, they pay the distributors quite a bit.
So what, so in nutrition, so nutrition's a very broad, you know, topic. Okay. I was even like today, I'm saying I did a webinar today. And so what's your specific either focus or what is it that you specifically like to work with in the nutrition world?
Well, we have a product called the Prove It Challenge. And I have found that to be one of the most complete things that people can do. It just gives people good, guaranteed nutrition on a consistent basis every day. And it works. People are getting a broad spectrum of micronutrients. They're getting protein. And it's all put together in such a way that it's very convenient for people to do. And when people start looking for a nutrition plan, you know, when they go to one of the big box stores or somewhere and they see these shelves of nutrition out there, it's what do I do? What should I do? And then they get confused and, you know, they get into overwhelm. So they just grab something or don't do anything at all. But this package that Shaklee's put together, it puts it all together. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. I mean, people can do this. If they want to do it for breakfast, they can do it in 2 minutes and get out the door if they're working. Or it can be used for lunch or dinner, either way. But it's a very good package that helps people get their basic nutrition down that can help them to build the type of health that they really want to have.
Good. So what products are in the Prove It Challenge and whatnot?
Okay. Yeah, there are two Prove It Challenges. We just kind of pivoted just a little bit and added a different Prove It Challenge called the Immunity Challenge. And it has some nutrition addition to it. And the other one is the regular Prove It Challenge has a cleanse, and it's a 7-day cleanse that people can start out with if they want to, or they can save it and do it later. But it basically comes with actually a box of nutrition that looks something like this. Sorry for the bad thing, but if there's a box of nutrition that people take the nutrition supplements in the morning, and then there's also a protein that people do.
Oh, which flavor is that one?
This one is a plant vanilla.
Oh, awesome. So do you get to choose what flavor?
You do. You can choose from chocolate vanilla, of course, strawberry, and then we have a cafe latte, which is quite tasty.
Oh, yeah. So that's one thing I liked about the Shaklee shakes is that, you know, they don't have all the sugar that some of the stuff you get from the store has, but they do have a variety. So you're not stuck with just vanilla or just chocolate or just something that, I don't know. There's some places that have shakes where it's kind of like, I don't know what to call that flavor, but it's definitely not normal. But Shaklee's, I've said everyone I've ever had from them has always been really, really good. And I'd say right out of the can without even like adding a lot of stuff to it. So that's cool. So they get a choice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the other choice they have, Dr. Joe, is they can do it either with soy or we have a plant-based protein as well. So some people don't like soy, don't want to use soy. We have a plant alternative too, which is very helpful.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, good. It's I'll tell you that cleanse. I'm saying I love that 7-day cleanse. I did one I think about a month or two ago, and you know, I'll tell you I see a lot of cleanse products, and I'm saying a lot of people, show up my doorstep with those or send me emails. But that 7-day cleanse, it'd be hard to beat at the price point and what they're asking you to do, because it packs a good punch, and really, really awesome entry level for a lot of people as well. Because I think, I don't know if you've seen this, but sometimes when people tend to be, have a lifestyle in which their body really has to do a lot of healing, sometimes hitting it with a heavy cleanse tends to make people a little bit more sick first before, starting to feel awesome. So,
right.
Have you seen that before with people who've tried like super heavy herbal cleanses and didn't do too good with them?
Oh yeah, I mean they couldn't leave the house. It was just really a devastating experience for them. Ours is really you're eating normal food. You're not just drinking your nutrition there, and then when it's over, what do? You're eating fruits and vegetables and grazing all day long, and it really helps to train people how to eat. And it really opened my eyes to a lot of those fruits and vegetables that I don't typically like, but on the cleanse, and actually you can cook some of these foods too as well. It's not like all raw. So it's a very easy to do, and it doesn't disrupt your life. The one thing we ask people to do is, if you're working out really hard, don't go so heavy on the workout. Lighten up a little bit, because you're not doing protein during that week. And so you don't want to overexert yourself there. But otherwise, live your normal life while you're doing that cleanse. Right. And then after that, you just move right on into the protein and the vitamin supplements.
Oh, good. So the Prove It challenge. And so what are we challenging here?
We're challenging people to see if they can feel better in 30 days, because most people don't think they can do that. And the challenge is go through this. Go through that 7-day cleanse, then go through the 30 days of the nutrition and notice how you feel. And I like to give people a how do you feel today sheet. So when they click off any symptoms and write any other symptoms they have, get that back from them, ask them to do the cleanse as close as possible in the 30 days as close as possible, and then go back and answer those questions again and see what the benefits are. And most people have lost a lot of health symptoms that they really didn't want to keep, so it's a big benefit for them. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, but that's what the fun part though is not everybody, I'm saying they've got 21-day cleanses, right? They've got 30-day cleanses. They've got 60-day cleanses. 7 days is very manageable, even if you're maybe not used to eating vegetables or, having that kind of diet. I think it's pretty obtainable, where people can do a week.
Yeah. A week is doable there too, and the results have been phenomenal. You lose inches, but the average weight loss during that cleanse is about 6.8 pounds, I believe, which is not the main goal, is to lose weight. The main goal is to get your body to functioning better. And when a body functions better and you give it good nutrition, you're going to get into a better shape weight-wise and muscle tone and everything else.
So let me ask you this. So, when taking a look, so there's, we've had up to like 4 or 5 people, monitoring this. That's why I keep see me turn left and right. So we have here, but we've had 5 people watching us live. Of course, this is going out to DuChene Natural Health Center, our page. It's going out to several pages that we put out information to. And so if somebody wants to get involved, with Shaklee and kind of see if they can win the Prove It Challenge, where they can, prove it to themselves they can get healthy in 30 days. How do you want people to reach out to you to, ask you some questions, get involved or whatnot?
Yeah, just email me, tim@dallashealthhelpers.com. My phone number is probably readily available. I'll be posting this on my page as well. But just any kind of reach. That's what I like to do, is just to have a dialogue with people, to find out what their needs are and what their expectations are, and to see if it's a fit for them. It may or may not be. And, that way too. And I'm looking for people that need some extra income. This COVID-19 thing has really turned the world around quite a bit here in the United States, and people are hurting. My massage business is pretty much dead in the water right now. Yeah. So this is where this has come in to help me financially to maintain myself there too. And there's a lot of things that we have to help people. I mean, I want to find out if people can, when I get done with people, I want them to ask themselves, can I do this? And I want to give them the answer of yes, because we have a lot of one-to-one training that we do with people. We have group support. There's a lot of online support. In fact, there's a Facebook group called I'm a Distributor Now What? It's a private group, but it's a good training ground for people that want to be a distributor there. And when they become a distributor, they get a personal website that they can tailor to their needs and put specific things on there. And as a distributor, there's a lot of marketing tools in their back office that can help them to get going. And one of the things that is very helpful is when a new distributor is marketing and they market a Prove It Challenge kit, they get a $25 deposit into their checking account the very next day. And that can be very helpful for people who haven't been working, for 3 or 4 weeks now. So it's a very good thing for people to kind of get their feet back on the ground when they've been hit with such a situation.
Yeah, I know. It's I was on the webinar that Shaklee, was the president, put out. What was that? A good couple of weeks ago, where he was introducing some initiatives that they put into their compensation plan to really help individuals, because I'm saying there's a lot of people watching this. Everybody's been affected to some degree, and kind of like you're saying with massages right now in Dallas, Texas is dead in the water until somebody decides that it's pertinent. If you will. We were talking about that earlier, but the thing is so they're being very proactive in kind of being very generous with those who are wanting to start a Shaklee business and start working with the Prove It Challenge with people. And did you want to maybe talk about a couple of those things that he mentioned?
Yeah, well, one of the big things was the $25. And if a distributor does 3 Prove It Challenges within a month, that's $75. But if they do it within a calendar month, they double that. So that's $150. So someone could get that much money as many as 3 days, as little as 1 day, if they really get out there and hit it really hard. The other thing that they offered was they guaranteed that if someone hits certain benchmarks, they will guarantee them $1,000 within 3 months when they hit those. And that's all centered really around doing the Prove It Challenge. So without being an overwhelm, a new distributor can go and market one thing, the Prove It Challenge, and be a success with that.
Absolutely. It's so let me ask you, so we've kind of talked about a lot of different things. If we could talk to the people that are watching us right now, and the big question is so what's the big takeaway that you want them to get from the interview here?
I want them to know that Shaklee is a company with integrity, and that the products that we have do help build better health. It's just that simple. The integrity is there. I mean, it's just there. So we're not going to put something out there that's going to hurt someone. We're not going to get someone into a distributorship that's going to just make them, feel badly that they've lost all this money, because we are there to support people and have them be successful, whether it's building a business or whether it's just getting back to some good exuberant health. It's what we have. And that's what we're about, is creating healthier lives.
Oh, excellent. So, so everybody, so we're going to have, so this is on multiple web pages, on the main DuChene Health Center webpage. Tim's going to already put his website on there, so you could check it in the comments, as well as in the description. I'm going to have Tim put his email out there and some of his stuff. I'm going to have him make a couple comments so you can kind of go directly with him. So as you know, though, we do a lot of business together, and you kind of mentioned a lot of the tools. But one of the things, we do a lot of networking. And so, I have to put kind of a plug in for BNI here. So, okay. And so, BNI, I guess the thing is with business and business environment today is that, especially when talking about somebody who's thinking of starting a new Shaklee business, is that, we definitely live in a time where being the lone wolf is not necessarily going to get you very far, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
So, so Tim and I, we met actually networking years and years ago, and we are part of BNI here in the Dallas area. And a lot of businesses exchanged, and I know it took a little faith for you to kind of join the chapter. And so why don't you kind of let everybody know what's professional networking like for a small business or somebody who's wanting to start out with the Shaklee business? How would that be, how would it be beneficial for them?
Oh yeah. Well, Business Network International is a worldwide organization, and I'm just a little guy working on my own, so it's really hard to be able to afford websites and marketing and TV ads, and it's just out of the picture there too. But what I found in this world is that having relationships is really what helps to grow my business. So our chapter, we have 20 some odd people there, and we go by the premise that everybody knows at least 200 people. And so if we had 20 people in our chapter and everybody knows 200, that's what, 4,000 people, Dr. Joe, that could potentially be told about my business. Because when we go into our meetings, we go there with the intent that I'm looking for someone to refer to Dr. Joe. I'm looking for someone to refer to the mortgage guy. I'm looking for someone to get some insurance. So when I go and try to do that, everyone else does the same. So I'm getting my message out every week to a lot of different people just by attending that meeting regularly, and everyone hearing my message and then going out and spreading, because that's what it's about. And our motto is givers gain. So when you give more, you're going to get more in return. But giving without the expectation of that in return is really the best way to go about it. Just support your fellow man is what it's all about. And that's what we're doing at BNI. And it is really, and for me, I worked for FDIC. I had a routine every day, every week. I was working these hours and that was it. But when you go out on your own and you need the interaction with people and you need all that other activity, it gave me some continuity, a little bit of a schedule to stay on, even more than what I imposed upon myself. So it's a very helpful tool to grow yourself and your business at the same time.
Excellent. Yeah, it's we've been doing a lot of interviews, exchanging in between, for a lot of the BNI members, and we are reaching a lot of people. The last interview that we did, I checked that a day or two ago, we reached 800 people with one interview in less than a week. So when you're looking at the power of synergy and working with other businesses to promote, I'm saying spending 15 minutes talking to somebody on the old internet here, and you're able to reach 800 people in less than 7 days. I'm saying that's some power there. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So if you're interested if you have a small business, if you are interested in working with Mr. Tim Wallace here and starting a Shaklee business, you can go to if you wanted to add BNI as part of that, the website is dfwbni.com, dfwbni.com or BNIDFW. I think it's BNIDFW.com. And that lets you know who, all the different meetings within the Metroplex, but also this is going out to those who are across the states. So there's BNIs every place. We have somebody from India who flew into town for business, and he's part of a BNI group over in India. And so it's really all over the place. Our particular group is the Lake Highlands chapter here, and we meet on Thursdays. And so we're meeting online right now because for obvious reasons. But if you want to, see if that's something that could help your business as well, please don't be afraid to post a comment or to private message any one of us. We'd be glad to help you out. So Tim, thank you very, very much for spending the time with me today. I'm saying we spent a cumulative time of 30 minutes hanging out, and I know that your evenings are valuable. Any last things that you want to close on to let everybody know about?
I just want you to know that, for me, myself, and for the BNI chapter and Dr. Joe, we're just here to help other people because, when you give, you gain. That's the bottom line. So take care of your fellow man as well as yourself. Excellent.
Giver's gain, rock on. So Tim, thank you very, very much. I would say we got some questions, but the other format did not allow me to, this format doesn't allow me to see anybody who's posting questions. So we'll kind of monitor that and make sure Tim kind of monitors that so we can kind of post and kind of reach out to you guys. Anybody, as well as, since he's kind of tagged on this, if you do post a question well after the live feed, we'll be able to get that over to him so he can answer those directly to you. Other than that, have an awesome evening. And Tim, again, thank you very, very much. Please go visit his website. Please take a look at Shaklee, ask him a bunch of questions, and get involved. It's good to have a great team, and Tim is a great mentor, a great person to work with as part of your team. So we're going to sign off here. Everybody, thank you very much.